Hello, folks watching at home. How you guys doing? It is Thursday, January 12th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yeah! Freaking hell!
Absolutely, folks.
Okay, we gotta fix that. Thank you, Mistress Meg, for pointing that out. I'll fix
What
it.
happened?
Oh no, the blasted thing was saying that it was from the end of March 2022. Holy cow. We'll fix that.
How did we... Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm not going to waste my time in something stupid. All right,
Oh,
folks. We're here for another exciting night of pro wrestling. It's another loaded show. And, yeah, no, I can't wait to get to it. So let's get to it. My name is Jose Casabona. I'm the host of this program, host of the Ravens Flock. I am the founder, executive producer, content manager, and basically the father of this amazing channel that you guys are watching, subscribe to, and you're following. You're members of, and we appreciate each and every single one of you.
Yeah, what kind of dad are you? You never got me that pony I asked for. You're a horrible daddy.
I got you a book.
Yeah, it's not a pony. Also, I fixed the title, so folks, y'all can refresh. Thank you.
I am tall. I am bald. I'm not legitimately a daddy, but I am a daddy in this channel. Yes, and for the sake of this program, I am a wrestling fan.
Of the professional variety.
Of course, absolutely. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on his channel every single week, a man who is definitely gonna explode later tonight as we get into the review, a man who is a legit dad, Mr. Juan Aew'S.
Thank you for that introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows on his channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker for $4.99 a month. You will have exclusive access to many, many amazing perks that comes with being a member. Juan, explain.
Well, for any inner flockers that are in the chat, go ahead and do us a favor and show off those lovely custom emojis. It'll let you show everyone else in the world how high up in the totem pole you are. You don't get to hoity-toity, only I get to.
Yes,
You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to all of our merchandise on our merch shop, link in the description below. By the way, we do have a more abbreviated link to our merch store, tiny.cc/TRF shop.
Hey!
And you also get access to us. You get to help us shape the future of this channel by discussing your thoughts, opinions, ideas, flabbergastings, all that good jazz.
Remember, anything that you say as part of a member, any ideas that you have will help shape the future of this channel.
Now, I do want to say hello to Gene Rick and Mistress Meg and Jen Pearson and Nikki Bella, who are all in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Gene Rick, I know that you're having trouble with the video. Do me a favor, step away from the video and then step right back in. You should be able to show, because thank God after fixing this mess, we managed to get the stream going. We're sorry about the delay. In my defense, the computer was being pee-pee poo-poo.
The computer is being pee-pee poo-poo, and it better behave tonight, or I will grab a wrench and go crazy on its ass.
You better not go crazy. This is a piece of this is a $2,000 piece of hardware. You gonna replace it? Yeah, I didn't think so, buddy.
Shut up.
Well,
All
you
right.
know, I know you're not going to replace this. That's not what you do on this show. But what is it that we do on Wrestle Rewind?
What we do is that we review 3 of the most exciting watched wrestling programs in North America today. That is, well, for this week, we're going to be reviewing the WWE NXT's TV special, NXT New Year's Evil.
Why didn't you change that so I didn't look like a horse's ass when I do this?
Because I thought you were on top of
Because
this.
you're the one who's supposed to be on top of everything. It's your favorite thing ever. You dope. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry. Don't lie.
So let's
Don't
try
go
this.
lie.
Let's try this again.
See,
NXT's New Year's Evil.
that is such a weird logo. Look at that logo. It's so bizarre.
To be fair, this was a logo from 2022. I couldn't get the 2023 version, which had the new NXT lettering, which is just the same thing, actually. We'll also review this week's edition of All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite and Impact Wrestling, which airs on Access TV. So,
Holy snap! Oh snap! Oh my God! Gene Rick just started off with us with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. She's saying, "I'm only asking guys because Steph streamed for 45 minutes before she knew she wasn't streaming." Lol, with a giant graphic laughing emoji.
Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Wow!
I was there when she was doing that the other night. It was earlier this week, and she was losing her mind. She
insane.
lost her head. Was like, oh my God! I was over here rambling for 45 minutes, and I can't believe that it didn't pick up anything I said. I can't believe it.
Oh my goodness!
She was so teed off.
I would be teed off too.
I was royally ticked off on her behalf, and
I think a lot of people were.
That was kind of a pun.
I think a lot of people were because, damn, talk about an embarrassment.
I know, it's crazy.
But anyways, let's go ahead and continue while we don't have our pants down, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, no.
Let's review this week's edition of NXT's New Year's Evil. The show starts off with a great opening match as the former leader of former first mate of Retribution, I guess, because technically Mustafa Ali was the leader.
Actually, what the Mustafa Ali being the leader of it? Why?
Yeah,
I remember they were trying to tie that weird hacker freaking persona that they were going to give him. Do you remember that stupidity?
That was so dumb. The mysterious fact that
dumb.
that was such a disappointment. Everything about Retribution was a disappointment, but it's okay because Dijak is on the path of justice, and the purveyor of justice goes one-on-one against Tony D'Angelo, Gabagool.
No, why do you call it Gabagool? Why do you keep saying Gabagool? I get it. But why?
Because he's Italian. You know,
he's the Don of NXT.
He's the Don of NXT. Yeah, he's Stunada, Paisano. I'm throwing all the...
So we're just going to continue with this until the end of time.
Until he's fired.
Or until he
gets repackaged into something else.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So... these two start off by brawling outside of the ring, only to end up brawling back inside of the ring for all of 5 seconds before brawling back outside of the ring. Great! What is it with these guys not wanting to fight in the ring? It's a wrestling match. We want to see guys in the ring wrestling.
But here's the thing. No.
Anyhow.
How about no?
So, yes, these guys scrapped. They scrapped outside, and there was one spot where Dijak was going to spear Tony D'Angelo through the security barricade, but Tony D'Angelo's right-hand man, Stax, Channing Lorenzo, actually threw himself in front of Tony D and took the hit for him. Wow. He
took a spear for the Don of NXT. Now that's a made man there.
Oh, man. What a made man. Oh, boy. He's got a great future in WWE, am I right? Huh?
He could take spears from the best of them. And apparently Dijak, too.
Yes, indeed. So getting back into the ring, Dijak hit an excellently, an awesomely executed sit-out one-arm choke slam. Was only able to get the 2 counts. These guys continued to brawl throughout the entire opening match as the crowd was going crazy for both Dijak and Tony D. And then we get to the finish of the match, and this is so weird, but it's such brilliant storytelling. And dude, talk about loyalty. Channing Lorenzo takes a pair of handcuffs, cuffs himself into one of the corners of the ring, and then he told the Don that Tony D was at the same corner, and he told Tony that, no, it's okay, use me, I'll take the hit for you, I'll take the hit. And then Tony D literally looked at him with emotion and said, no, listen, you're my family, kisses him in the head, throws Channing Lorenzo aside, and Dijak takes the spinning big boot to the face. Oh my goodness!
Who takes it?
Tony D.
You said Dijak.
Sorry. I mean, Tony D'Angelo took the boot to the face by Dijak,
like,
and Dijak pins him in the middle of the ring.
Listen, Bob, my boppity. Listen, you're my boopity over here, pal. You're the one who you took a spear for me, and so I gotta take this hit for you. A match is a match, but we're family.
So your winner of this one-on-one encounter, Dijak. It's also important to note that the NXT North American champion Wesley was on commentary during this match, and it looks like we're setting up because two of these guys are chasing Wesley for the NXT North American title.
Okay, so Tony D'Angelo and Dijak are chasing the North American title.
That's right. And now it looks like we're getting a program between Wesley versus Dijak, unless Tony D could somehow weasel himself back into it, turning it into a triple threat. We'll see
That'd be
what
funny.
happens. We're still a
Hey
couple
there,
of weeks.
V's channel's in the chat. Hi there, V. Welcome.
Hello, V. Thank you for joining us. We're still about 3 weeks away from their upcoming pay-per-view event, Vengeance Day. So, hey, anything can happen in 3 weeks, right?
This is the last freaking 72 hours for this blasted company has proven anything can happen.
Oh God, you can't even finish that sentence without falling apart.
We'll get to that story Saturday night.
That being said, this is such brilliant storytelling between Tony D'Angelo and
how's it
Channing
brilliant?
because
Pooping.
of Channing Lorenzo's loyalty to the Don. He's willing to throw his body on the line to take a hit for the Don.
Isn't that sweet? It's a freaking wrestling match. What the hell?
Oh my goodness. And this is such a great resurgence for Dijak after being T-bar for who knows how long.
He got T-barred in the worst way.
He got T-barred in the worst way, but
He
now
got barred in the T.
yeah, I know.
Gross.
He got T-barred in a T, but now he's setting the bar in NXT.
Okay.
Boom! I did a thing.
Okay, yeah, that was a thing that you did.
Mm.
Okay, you can stop that now.
All right. Now let's get to the exciting match of the night, and this match is one-on-one for the NXT Championship.
Wait, what?
The
full-on, just the NXT title? What?
That's right. As the defending champion Braun Breaker goes one-on-one against the number one contender, the Iron Survivor from NXT's Deadline, Grayson Waller.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, no, I kid you not. This was such an epic match between these two guys. And boy, Grayson Waller was basically the human crash dummy as Braun Breaker has been tossing him around all over the ring onto the canvas, hitting him with a standing belly-to-belly, a standing Northern Lights suplex toss, and then even catching him mid-air and planting him with a power slam. Man, this guy does not have any brakes to pump. That is awesome.
There's no brakes to pump.
There's no brakes to pump for this guy.
BRB, y'all.
Now, there was
let me
now,
see.
now
Okay, everyone's saying hi, and Jen is in here as well. I think I said hi to everyone.
yeah, you did say hi to everyone, but let's get to the match because there's something critical I do want to call attention to because these both, then Grayson Waller was able to shove Braun Breaker over to one of the corners of the ring, and he shoved Braun Breaker again down to the middle turnbuckle pad in the ring, and get this, the turnbuckle pad fell off like completely, and not just the padding, but the railing like holding onto the pad. So like the part of the ropes also fell off too.
Okay, so
We got some technical issues in the ring.
so that turnbuckle
Yep.
from the middle rope
Yep,
just broke clean off.
just broke clean off. It's so crazy. Oh my goodness. Now Braun Breaker was able to mount his John Cena comeback, hitting him with his jumping shoulder block, second jumping shoulder block, and then catching Grayson Waller with his power slam, and then going to the top turnbuckle and hitting his flying bulldog. And he was about to hit his fifth move of doom, which is the spear, only for Grayson Waller to duck out of the way, and then Grayson Waller tries to go back in and does his floating cutter, which is still one of the most athletic things I've ever seen him do in the ring, only for Braun Breaker to intercept it. It looked like he was trying to intercept him with a spear, but I think there was a disconnect because Braun Breaker's head ended up hitting Grayson Waller's knees.
Oh.
Grayson Waller tried to pin Braun Breaker only to get a 2 count. And then Grayson Waller went up to the second rope, and it looked like he was going to do his basketball like elbow drop or whatever the hell he calls it. But then the problem came back. The entire second rope surrounding the whole ring and the turnbuckle railings and the paddings all came off, and Grayson Waller fell outside of the ring. Holy crap. I would not be surprised if Botchamania caught all of it.
No, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, they tried to fix it. What, during the match?
They fixed the one corner during the match,
and then
Now-
the rest of the broke. Yeah, no.
the rest of the
once you-
second ring ropes came unglued.
So
came
the
off.
other 3 freaking turnbuckles just tapped out. Like, nope, screw this, I'm out of here.
That's
Y'all
right.
are on your own.
And poor Grayson Waller, he collapsed outside of the ring.
Ow.
And the referee awarded Braun Breaker the victory via countout because Grayson Waller did not answer the 10 count. The match was great,
such a
but the
way to-
finish was such a monumental fart.
Well, but can you really blame them on this? It's not like they could continue the match when the guy couldn't get back in because he fell out and the ring broke.
This cannot be intentional. I think that they seriously did have issues setting up the ring, and that is an indictment on the crew, on the production crew who sets up the wrestling rings for NXT.
Well, Sean happens over here. You know, it's not as if it's a foolproof 100%. You always wind up taking these kind of risks.
That's true, but I bet you Shawn Michaels was backstage and he's just like his mouth is on his cowboy hat, just angry, like.
Well, if you had a cowboy hat, would you be able to give us a dramatic reenactment here?
There, I did it.
Your tag's sticking out.
That being said, once again, great match. The technical issues with the wrestling ring notwithstanding, it was still fun to watch Braun Breaker doing his John Cena thing. I mean, Braun Breaker thing.
You know, you had it right. It was a John Cena thing.
It was a John Cena. The 5 moves of doom: shoulder block, power slam, bulldog, spear. John Cena, shoulder block, throwback slam, 5-knuckle shuffle, attitude adjustment. To quote Bobby Fish in this horrible promo in Impact, where's the lie?
You can stop trying to imitate Bobby Fish. I think even Bobby Fish is done trying to imitate Bobby Fish. He's embarrassed. And rightfully so.
All right.
He should be ashamed of himself.
All right. Let's get to the exciting segment. And Juan, you're going to think that I'm high when I talk about this, but this is actually
I know that you're
really
not
cool.
because you haven't touched my weed.
All right. Actually, Juancho, you know what? Let's do this. So, it's originally scheduled to be a tag team match, player.
Holla, holla.
As the teams of Indus Sher, that would be Veer and Sangha. They go
Veer Mahan, who is coming.
And Sangha versus
of the Thunder
versus the Creed brothers representing the Diamond Mine, Julius Creed and Brutus Creed. It was supposed to be scheduled Tuesday night, but they don't address it. But in real life situation, Veer actually needed to take some time off from WWE because in real life, his father has recently passed away.
Oof.
Yes.
Ouch.
Very ouch.
Very ouch, man.
So Sangha went down to the ring by himself, and he said that he will keep his honor and challenge the Creed brothers to a 2-on-1 handicap match. And as the Creed brothers were arguing, out of nowhere, a former WWE World Champion from Punjab, India, Jinder Mahal.
The modern day Maharaja is in NXT?
Yes!
What?
He's back in NXT.
What the hell?
Jinder Mahal.
I'm all about don't hinder Jinder, but what's he doing in NXT?
You know what? I'll get to it, but as he makes his return,
Holy
Jinder Mahal
crap, it's
and
Jobber Mahal.
I know Jinder Mahal and Sangha went to work on the Creed brothers, first taking out Brutus, and they assaulted Brutus at ringside, and they set up Brutus for what's up.
No, I was saying sorry.
Okay, now as they were attacking ringside, they were setting up Brutus for a choke slam right onto the steel steps.
Whoa.
And then after
Ouch.
they put away the Brutus ball, the master of the Brutus ball, they went back into the ring only for Jinder Mahal to put away Julius with his finishing move, the Kalas.
Which is obviously this Taz Mission style choke out.
It's more like a fallaway slam, but yes.
Oh, right. It is a fallaway slam.
So yes, Jinder Mahal is officially on NXT, and I think I know why. Let's be honest, Jinder Mahal has not had a very good track record. Even after winning the WWE Championship, his championship run was very lackluster.
It was a crapshoot. It was a publicity stunt for the Middle East in order to show Vince McMahon's brand new Saudi Arabian friends that, hey, we could put wrestlers of Arabic descent on the main stage as WWE champion. Take a look at what we did with this guy.
Well, I thought the Jinder Project was all about WWE getting into the Indian market.
Same diff.
Yeah,
as far as Vince McMahon is concerned.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not forget he's a racist idiot. But anyway.
Yeah. But after losing the WWE Championship to AJ Styles later in 2017, Jinder Mahal's just been floundering in the mid card and slowly sinking into the lower card, and he hasn't been doing much of note. He's been jumping back and forth between Raw and SmackDown, and honestly, if anyone desperately needs a resurgence in their career in NXT, it would be Jinder Mahal. The last time he was in anything involved NXT related was back in 2012 when he competed in the Gold Rush tournament to crown the inaugural NXT championship where he actually lost to Seth Rollins in the finals.
Holy crap. So, yeah, this has been going for a while. I guess it's long overdue that he returns to his roots, so to speak.
Absolutely.
But I guess Indus Sher have found a new friend in the modern-day Maharaja.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm happy for it. Welcome back, Jinder Mahal. Like, Juan, as a fan, you never had a problem with Jinder
I never really
Mahal,
had a problem with Jinder Mahal. I really never had an actual issue with the guy. He's an excellent worker. He's good on the mic. He knows how to be an evil heel.
He was a member of the 3MB, man.
Yeah, you mean Jobber Mahal, Drew McInjobber, and Heath Jobber. The only one who's still a jobber among the three of them is Heath Jobber, because he's jobbing off with his buddy Rhino in the tag division and Impact.
He's also the only person out of the three to not capture the WWE title.
Exactly. Even worse. Jen said that the Fight Knuckle Shuffle stuff and the all that and the stuff, the 5 moves of doom sound like a dance move.
Oh yeah. You know what? At this point, John Cena could turn it into dance moves if he wanted to.
If he wanted to.
I mean, shoot, this is John Cena. This is a guy who could do anything.
And probably get away with it.
Yes, indeed. That being said, let's get to the match of the night. This match was nice to have on the card. It's a match between Hank Walker, the security guard, versus the son of WWE's William Regal. Yes, that's right. I said it. He's no longer AEW. WWE's William Regal.
Yes.
Charlie Dempsey.
Well, I guess we know he's definitely doing his best not to invoke his father's name, even though he's kind of invoking his father's stance.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
I know I made a joke a while back saying, like, I think Charlie Dempsey's membership letter into the Blackpool Combat Club got lost.
It's okay. He was never meant for it.
Yeah, they're better off without Regal. They're fine. They're doing fine.
Yeah, they're doing so well without Regal now. That's why the team's falling apart. But we'll save that for later.
All right, so this was a challenge for Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey is obviously a talented pro wrestler, a talented grappler, and to work with someone as green as Hank Walker, who still needs a lot of work, like that was very challenging for him. It not just its size difference between David and Goliath, but like I said, in technique, Charlie Dempsey did. Hank Walker took a lot of offense from Charlie Dempsey, especially during the submission spots, and Hank Walker, trying to use his strength to battle back, he did, and he did mount a comeback. And he also, it's important to note that Hank Walker had Drew Gulak at ringside. Yes, Drew Gulak, the former NXT Cruiserweight champion and the master of these freaking like 205 Live PowerPoints that he makes. It's so silly. Yeah, no, trust me. I recommend you Google it sometime. Google Drew Gulak PowerPoint, and I kid you not, he has these crazy, wacky, like, WWE segments where he does PowerPoint presentations. It's fun.
Please don't.
What? It's funny.
It sounds cringy.
Gulak, make 205 Live great again.
Good lord.
Yeah, too bad it's dead.
All right, get back to the match, man.
All right, getting back to the match.
The security guard versus Baby Regal.
All right. So the security guard was able to mount a comeback, but the effort was pointless as Charlie Dempsey locks in what looked like a modified version of the Regal stretch. And it looked like Hank Walker was crawling to the ropes, and he was about to break up the submission hold, only for Charlie Dempsey to roll up away from the ropes while keeping the submission locked in, forcing Hank Walker to tap. Your winner by submission, Charlie Dempsey.
Oh, shit.
William Regal would be proud of you. William Regal is proud of you.
Indeed. We can tell that William Regal is very proud of his boy over here.
Absolutely. Can you tell that we're William Regal fans? And yeah, yeah. Oh!
Where
Why does it have to be that gif? Why couldn't you find the one where he shouts "War Games"?
because that one's cool and this one's
Bastard!
this one's just fun memories here, Jose.
You know what? As far as the '90s goes, at least he got more better TV time in WWE than he did in WCW.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He's
All
a
right.
real man's man.
Now let's get to the meh segment of the night. For 2 weeks there have been vignettes of videos saying we're celebrating the new year, and there has been like teases of like the countdown and the New Year's ball dropping, and then it finally reaches to the Titantron, and it's none other than the return of Barbie girl herself, Tiffany Stratton. She's
the daddy's girl, the Valley girl.
the Valley Girl, except this time she doesn't look like the same Valley Girl from the 2.0 midlife crisis anymore. Oh no, she looks much more.
She's hardcore now. You can tell because she has darker eyeshadow on. Oh no!
and it looks like she's
Run
trying
for
to
the
go.
hills.
And it looks
She's
like she's
going
trying to go
batter.
for like the paparazzi / iconic gimmick, because like in the entrance, like it shows like different cameras like taking pictures of her. So I guess she's moved away from being the Barbie girl thing back to doing a
Valley girl, not Barbie.
Valley Girl, to doing another type of repackaging. I'm still trying to figure it out. And her promo segment really didn't do much help. Like she spoke well, but I don't know. She doesn't sound like. It's hard for me to
Comfortable in what she's trying to say.
comfortable with what she's trying to say. Like she's basically saying like, yeah, the best female in NXT is back, and everyone and all the other women in the locker room, they smell dirty. Like, wow.
What?
Yeah, you're calling yourself the best woman of NXT. No, the best woman of NXT got fired. Ho ho!
We miss you, Mandy Rose.
Yes, we do. That being said, I wasn't really like the crowd didn't even pop for her when she made her promo. It was just nothing.
Liz, I don't get it.
I mean, welcome back. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't have anything bad to say about her. She's great. She's a talented athlete. She's a talented gymnast, and she was able to progress better by every match during the multicolored midlife crisis
of 2.0.
of 2.0. But it was hard for me to get past her wrestling, to get past her stupid gimmick. But thankfully, who knows? Maybe we'll see something different. But I don't know. You got to convince me, Tiffany. Convince me to reinvest in you. No, Juancho, don't get horny for her. You're
not
better than
horny.
this.
I'm trying to figure out what she's about. I'm like, I don't friggin' know, man. I can't. I get what you mean. She doesn't feel like she believes what she's saying, and if she doesn't believe it, why should we? Why should any of us give a damn?
Well, you know what, Juancho? How about this? Let's talk about something more exciting. Let's talk about the main event. Here, can you please serve me some more water while we talk about the main event?
No.
And the main event is a 20-woman battle royal. The winner will get to face. Yep, the winner gets to face Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day, which will be Saturday, February 4th. Oh boy, this battle royal. Check out all the women, all the NXT women that's in this picture. Like, let me get to the really cool stuff of the battle royal. First of all, Lyra Valkyria, she wasted no time and threw Cora Jade, eliminating her first.
Okay, you need to name these women.
All right.
From the top.
Top left to bottom right.
Yeah.
All right,
please.
Here we go. Excluding the champion, from the top left, you have Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, Ivy Nile, Tatum Paxley. Let's see here. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta lean forward here. I don't know who the orange-haired woman is. I am terribly sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everyone's names here. All right, let's see here. Yulissa Leon, Valentina Feroz. Let's see. Cora Jade, Zoe Stark, Kiana James. Yep. Electra Lopez, Lash Legend, Amari Miller, Sol DeRuca, the California girl, whatever. Wendy Chu, Indy Hartwell, Fallon Henley, Nikita Lyons, Lyra Valkyria, and Thea Hale. Oh, okay, the orange-haired girl is Alba Fire. I apologize. So all 20 of these women are competing in the Battle Royal for the main event. So, and yeah, like I said, first person who was thrown out, Cora Jade. Adios. Holy crap, that was funny. Thank you, Lyra Valkyria. And we had some really also cool moments during the Battle Royal. Sol Ruka pulling a page out of Kofi Kingston's book, and she avoided getting eliminated by landing on her hands, doing a handstand, and basically handstanding her way back into the ring. That is awesome.
How could you not recognize Alba Fire?
I'm sorry, the hair was a brighter orange.
Ha!
Fuck off.
No, you don't get to tell me that.
Oh, great, I swear. Look what you made me do.
Yep.
Anyway, so getting back into it, the rest of the Battle Royal was fun. It was fun. It was enjoyable. We had another cool spot where Wendy Chu was for a couple seconds avoided getting eliminated by landing her feet on her body pillow that was outside, and they showed the shot of that. The referees were just like, "Oh my goodness, she did that!" Like, whoa! Until Elektra Lopez. I've heard of pulling the rug out of from under someone, but she pulled the pillow right under Wendy Chu and got her eliminated. Ouch! What a biatch!
What a massive see you next Tuesday.
I know, right? Ha! Thank you for that. See you next Tuesday.
C-U-N-T. Ha!
Yeah, where the heck did that phrase come from?
It's a C-U-N-T. Spell it out.
Oh, ha 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 ha! See you next Tuesday. Ow! 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 Please get your equipment away.
Hold on.
It hurt my foot. Yeah.
Hold on, folks. We're double checking our sound here. Hang on.
It's always important to hydrate.
And let's check our sound over here.
All right. Testing.
How about now?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Holy crap. I think we figured out our sound problems from the last couple of days. We had it set to negative 20 decibels over here.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was effing low. Hang on.
So does that mean we sound better?
We should sound better here without a problem. Folks, let us know in the chat if we sound well enough for your needs, please.
Yes, please let us know.
Please, for the love of crap, we need to know.
All right, so let's get to the finish. We're now down to the final four: JC Jane and Gigi Dolan of Toxic Attraction, Alba Fire and Lyra Valkyria, and both Valkyria and Fire were against the ropes. They were against the apron. They're trying to avoid elimination. It's really cool. Like Lyra Valkyria, who is still at the apron.
All right, there we go.
All right. Lyra Valkyria actually eliminated Alba Fire by using her legs and eliminating her a la head scissors style, throwing Alba Fire over the ropes and out of the ring. And now it's down to 3 women. And then Cora Jade, the first woman who was thrown out thanks to Valkyria, ran back into the ring, tried to attack Valkyria, only for Valkyria to dodge, but then Valkyria got knocked out by Toxic Attraction, and now it was down to Toxic Attraction. Which one of the members would face Roxanne Perez?
We'll give you a hint.
At first, they didn't want to fight because they're supposed to be BFFs, but then JC Jane decided to be a biatch and throw the first punch, so they started brawling, and
once again, They has fight.
They took the fight over to the top turnbuckle on one of the corners. Ironically, the same corner where the first turnbuckle pad fell off. Thankfully, that didn't happen again. But they both brawled each other back and forth until they knocked each other out, and they both eliminated themselves from the Battle Royal.
Hold on, what?
Yes. I kid you not.
What?
Gigi Dolan and JC Jane both got eliminated. They both fell out of the top turnbuckle outside of the ring, and both their feet hit the floor.
No. Bull crap. What?
So then
you gotta be kidding me.
So then the referees, and the officials had to discuss what's going to happen until the announcer made it until they made a decision. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane will be challenging Roxanne Perez in a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship at Vengeance Day.
Holy crap!
So
instead of them both saying like, "Oh no, we must have one winner," it's nope, it's a triple threat. Holla holla!
I predicted, I speculated that there was going to be a breakup, that either they were going to suffer politically or there's going to be a breakup of Toxic Attraction, and I did not lie.
No, it wasn't a lie. It was a matter of who would win in the who would if your prediction would come through.
Nah, screw it. Let's get mean. Let's get Triple H mean. Gigi Dolan is going to have an awesome singles run, and JC Jane will be languishing by the wayside.
Ouch.
Ouch. Like I said, let's get Triple H mean. It's all about the game and how you play it.
You can stop stroking his ego, Jose. What the hell's wrong with you?
Shut up. I'm a Triple H fan.
Yeah, it shows.
But that wasn't the end of the show. After the main event and after the referee decision, we then cut to backstage where Shawn Michaels, former WWE World Champion and Hall of Famer, declared that Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller will clash again at Vengeance Day inside a steel cage for the NXT Championship.
Damn!
Waller versus Breaker round 2. This
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, or in this case, Steel Boogaloo.
Ha.
Oh man, this was such a great New Year's Evil. I'll get into the recap later on, but that was a great but the main event was fun, and all the women who performed in the main event, they did excellent. They did a great job.
Splendid. Holy cow.
And it goes to show you, hey, in WWE, women wrestlers can draw. But yet somehow All Elite Wrestling missed that memo. I wonder why.
It's because Tony Khan's a friggin' idiot and doesn't know how to book ladies.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's been fantasy booking since he was in college 20 years ago, like a doofus.
Come on. Me and Juan were wrestling fans, but that's just ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculous, shall we get this ball rolling?
Absolutely. Before we touch on this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, we're going to discuss the main event for the first quarterly special of AEW's Battle of the Belts. This is their 5th Battle of the Belts since its inception last year. And in the main event, it is a clash for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship as the contender, the super bad Kip Sapien, goes one-on-one against freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. All right, so Battle of the Belts. Once again, so AEW.
Is it just me or does Kip Sabian look a little different?
He's got white hair, and he's not wearing a paper bag over his head. Thank goodness. That was stupid.
That was hella stupid.
So, Battle of the Belts. This is basically AEW once again being the trying to be the successor of WCW, and this is their way of producing Clash of the Champions.
This is how you can tell because they put on a second weekly program that nobody watched. Nobody watches Rampage.
Damn. All right, but this was still a fun match to watch. Orange Cassidy scrapping against Kip Sapien. Kip Sapien has the Bunny and his girlfriend Penelope Ford at ringside, whereas Orange Cassidy has the evil Danhausen at ringside.
Holy crap!
Very nice,
very evil.
Oh man, I love Danhausen. He's amazing.
He's got Orangehausen going up. Surely, there's no way with the evil might of Danhausen by his side. There's no way that Orange Cassidy could possibly lose, could he?
Yeah, but this wrestling match isn't without its ringside ridiculousness. As Danhausen, I guess, and I was watching the footage. It looked like Danhausen was trying to shoo away the Bunny from ringside to cause her from doing any distractions, only for Danhausen to be attacked by the tag team of the Butcher and the Blade.
What in the hell are those two still doing here? What is the point of them?
Because
the Butcher and the Blade. Seriously.
I don't know. Ask the Bunny.
I would.
Ask
but
Allie.
No, Allie's been getting more on-screen action than her husband, the Blade, who's a freaking wannabe of freaking what's his name? I'm not even gonna call him a wannabe of Karrion Kross. He's a wannabe of freaking Mike Bennett.
I guess.
Ha!
Though I can't knock on the Butcher. The Butcher is actually pretty cool. He actually plays for a rock band.
Butcher doesn't matter.
Also, yeah, give me more Allie. I like seeing her on TV.
Yeah, that's because she can wrestle and she's drawable if you give her time to have a personality. Sounds great. It's going to be 2-on-1 handicap match, nowhere to run. Says Nikki Bella. Holy crap.
So yeah, poor Danhausen. He got taken out. That sucks. That really sucks.
The only place he would like to be taken out is to be taken out on a lovely date for dinner and stuff. So Jen Pearson is over here saying, "Oh, my little dog Pedro is having a wrestling match right now over my spot on the bed. This little terrier is trying to kick me out of the bed."
Oh my goodness, that sounds a lot more fun than
whack him with a steel chair.
That sounds a lot more fun than any of the boring AEW matches on AEW Dark
or Dark Elevation.
That being said, getting back to it. So after a long fight, this fight went on for 14 minutes, mind you. These guys went back and forth. Kip Sapien making fun of Orange Cassidy and his gimmicks of hitting those lazy kicks and punches. Orange Cassidy's not having any of that crap. So these two continue to fight, and and Kip Sapien pulls a page out of Orange Cassidy, steals his Superman punch, or rather his orange punch, but only getting a 2 count. And then, frustrated, Kip Sapien throws Orange Cassidy out of the ring for the Butcher and the Blade to put him away using steel chairs. But then, out came the best friends to save Orange Cassidy from the Butcher and the Blade. Yes, that's right. Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta went to town and destroyed the Butcher and the Blade as Orange Cassidy made his way back into the ring.
Yay, so now the best friendies, they got picked up by their mom from the school in the little after school van. These are supposed to be grown-ass men.
Hey, you do not make fun of Trent's mom.
I will make fun of everybody's mom. I'll make fun of your mom.
Your mom is my mom.
I'll make fun of my mom. Hi, Mom. I make fun of you. I've got mom issues.
So, Orange Cassidy tries to hit the beach break, only getting a 2 count, and then, out of frustration, he hits not once, but twice his Superman Orange Punch to finally secure the victory. Your winner, and still AEW's All-Atlantic Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you.
That gag will never get old.
No, the gag will never get old. The main event was fun, and a lot of fans went home happy. And another Battle of the Belts under their belt, all the pun intended. So good for AEW.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah.
Now let's get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
I have to do I have to do gags. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to.
Yeah, you
Light the fuse. Hit the boom. Dynamite.
This week's edition of AEW Dynamite takes place over in Hollywood, baby. They're over in Los Angeles, California, the home of the LA Lakers, for all it's worth. And a home to a lot of awesome celebrities, and a home to former WWE World Champion, The Miz.
No.
Hey, you know what?
What?
The Miz captured the WWE title twice, and he married the hot and awesome
getting
Marie.
To marry a hot woman doesn't necessarily
qualify. He did it. I rest my case.
That doesn't rest your case on anything, you hobo. That just means that he's worthless without having that accomplishment.
Okay,
even with him having been former 2-time WWE champion, that's not important enough to you. What's important enough to you is that he married Maurice.
Okay, I was joking, but in all reality,
actually isn't a joke. The fact that he loves his dad. He's such a good dad.
His program with Shane McMahon and Bray Wyatt were the drizzling shits.
It's still drizzling.
Yes, it is.
What do you want me to do?
But we're not here to rag on The Miz. We're here to discuss.
That's MJF's job.
We're going to get to MJF in a bit. We're here to discuss AEW Dynamite. So, their opening match is a one-on-one clash between Hangman Adam Page versus the Death Rider himself, Jon Moxley.
So the undeserving douchebag who lost to CM Punk versus the Bloodbath King.
Hey, I mean, come on, man.
Hey, what?
Why are you knocking John Moxley?
I'm not knocking him. He loves being a deathmatch king. He talks about drinking people's blood and eating brains. He wants to be a zombie, okay?
Whoa. He's the purveyor of violence, but he never once called himself a cannibal.
Well, he does like to, does like to say that he will eat people's brains and drink their blood, so he's either a cannibal or a vampire or a zombie.
You know what else he likes? You know what else he likes?
Blood and violence.
No, I was going to say
Marrying Canadian women.
Striking blows to the head, which is what they did in the beginning. Seriously, both of these guys tried to win at each other for the head to see who could concuss the other. Like, okay, I understand the storyline is all revolved around John Moxley giving Hangman Adam Page the concussion. They took that real-life thing and turned it into a storyline. But them trying to hit each other in the head to see who could concuss the other, like, I don't know. Doesn't that seem a little too much?
It's one step away from the Perry Saturn goofy concussion gimmick.
Oof.
Oof is right.
Oh, man. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I know. The Perry Saturn lost Terry Runnels to a mop.
Ugh.
A
mop?
No, Terry Runnels lost Perry Saturn to a mop is what I meant to say. Point is, the concussion gimmicks can go really goofy, really fast, and the fact that Mr. Blood-drinking vampire plumbing guy, John Moxley, is legitimately trying to do that to this undeserving piece of crap, freaking Hangman Adam Page, who lost to CM Punk, who doesn't deserve the spot that he's in, who can't lace the guy's boots on his best day, it's freaking astounding to me.
Wancho, you could say
so
that.
They're headbangers. Yeah.
They're headbangers.
They're the headbangers. Oh, God.
You know, Wancho,
Which one of them becomes...
say what you want, Wancho, but there is a dark side in your head that wanted John Moxley to concuss him.
Which one of these two guys becomes beaver cleavage?
Ugh. So getting back to it, John Moxley was able to gain control of the match by locking in his sleeper hold, trying to force Hangman Adam Page to pass out, and then the fight spilled outside of the ring as Hangman Adam Page hits his trademark standing moonsault and landing on his feet outside. Holy crap! Like, I'm still waiting for him to botch that up, but he never does. Like, good for him, I guess.
I'm waiting for him to botch that too, but for different reasons.
And then we get to the finish as both these men are spent. They trade back and forth blows, back and forth hits to the head. They start brawling until Hangman Adam Page hits John Moxley with the King Kong lariat, sending him spinning like a top before putting him away with the buckshot lariat and pinning him in the ring. Your winner, Hangman Adam Page. He won! Hangman Page got his win back. So now Moxley and the Hangman are 1-1. But after the match, okay, it's kayfabe. It's not real. But then after the match, the referees and officials tended to John Moxley, and it looked like a kayfabe concussion that Moxley may have suffered during the match. And I think this plays to a little bit of a storytelling with Hangman Adam Page, because in every moment, like in Hangman's career, he leaves a piece of himself behind. And I think in this match, he left a little bit of his morality, because he showed that he would do whatever it takes to hurt and win John Moxley, even if it means giving him a concussion.
Why should I care? He's still a piece of shit who cost us CM Punk.
Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't care, because he's still a piece of shit who should mind his own business.
But he didn't, and now he's being awarded with these main event spots because he's butt buddies with the EAVPs. But let's get back to the actual show, please.
Yes.
So I'll try to leave my politics out of it and try to give you guys a good time. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I've had a crappy day, and I'm taking it out on the hangnail here.
All right, well, let's talk about something more exciting. And this is a one-on-one match between the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, going up against Konosuke Takeshita. Yes. But before that match could take off, we get a great promo segment from the AEW World Champion, MJF. Oh yes. MJF said, Hollywood, baby.
Okay, good for him. So what's MJF doing in Hollyweird?
First of all, MJF made fun of Takeshita's name and saying, what was your name again? Your name is Take a Shitter? Listen, buddy.
He was just trying to find out how many times he could get away with the word shit on live television.
Yeah, he basically told Takeshita, like, listen, buddy, take advice from a professional. Try not to take a shit in the ring. I really need you to win, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Why does he need Takeshita to win?
because
What does he care if Takeshita wins or not?
Bryan Danielson is the #1 contender.
Good point. I guess soften up D-Bry for him, I suppose.
Takeshita then got on the mic and then yelled back at him in Japanese, only for MJF saying like, "Oh wow, I thought Bryan Danielson was bad on the mic." And then Takeshita spoke English and told MJF to kiss my ass.
Ah!
And then afterwards,
Thank you, Jen, by the way. Is like, oh, take a shit at the and she was saying like, "Huh, it's funny. He doesn't look like Amber Turd."
oh! Well, speaking of celebrities, MJF got back on the mic. He trash talked the LA crowd, and he trash talks 2 celebrities that were in attendance: Freddie Prinze Jr. on the left and Ken Young on the right.
Dr. Ken Young.
Dr. Ken Young on the right. Oh my God!
He cut a promo on Dr. Ken, and he even cut a promo on Freddie Prinze Jr. saying like, "You folks might remember him from the movie She's All That. I know I sure as hell don't, because I was born in 1996, and unlike the rest of you people, I'm not a dinosaur." I remember him as playing a supporting role against a CGI talking dog. So no offense, but to me, you'll always be a Scooby-Dooby bitch.
I love that. That was really cool.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, "What? How dare you?" Beer in hand, flabbergasted. Oh,
You could tell he enjoyed it.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is a former writer for WWE. Of course, he enjoys this stuff, man.
And as for Ken Young, oh my goodness, I love seeing him on TV. My favorite show of his is when he played Senor Chang in the NBC show Community. I love that show. I watched it on Netflix. It's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Do that?
Also, it's important to note that this isn't the first time that Ken Young was on wrestling programming. He was actually one of the guest hosts during the 2009 era of WWE.
Ew.
Yeah. He was in that stupid promo segment with John Cena where the other guy who was with him saying like, "We will ban you from the Summerfest."
That's you could stop that now.
And Jesse is like, "You meant SummerSlam." And then Ken Young was like, "Yeah, SummerSlammed out."
No, sorry.
2009 was not a good year for WWE.
At all. Ever.
Because of guest hosts.
Because freaking guest hosts.
But anyway, let's get back into the match. Bryan Danielson, not back to the match, back to the promo segment. He then talked about his Iron Man match.
Who then?
MJF talked about the Iron Man match against Bryan Danielson, and he made fun of Bryan Danielson, like, because he said, like, "Oh, I mean, you want to see me go on in an Iron Man match? Like, I could go all night long. I'm all about pinning shoulders, and I'm all about pinning shoulders, and I think something about making out with rats. I don't know. He said
Ring rats.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
But like he was really coming off saying like, "Yeah, I could go all night long, longer than 60 minutes, baby." Like, yeah, like spinning his torso like this.
God, stop it! Put that damn thing away! Put that thing away right now! Or so help me! Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
Oh God! No, I need my balls! Oh!
Take some breath savers on those balls. What in the world? That was gross. What the hell, MJF?
And before he finished off his promo segment, Bryan Danielson's music hits. He chased MJF out of the ring, and then we has the match. And the match...
Thank God, we actually have a match here.
And this was such a great match. And in this wrestling match, Takeshita earned Bryan Danielson's respect because these guys went at it nonstop. Pure wrestling. And there was also some really cool spots during the match. Takeshita hit a brainbuster on Bryan Danielson outside of the ring at ringside. Like, ow, that hurt. Oh, man, especially from a guy who came back into the wrestling career after suffering multiple concussions. You know, this concussion thing really finds its way back into the review.
Nah, I can't. I can't with this doofus.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, but let's get back to the wrestling match. And then back into the ring, Takeshita was going to hit a springboard flipping senton, only for Bryan Danielson to counter it, locking in the label lock. And just to add more pain, he locks in the second arm. He torques
Everyone keeps their own. We're not Stephen Lewis. We're not. No, you can keep your own balls. Don't worry. We're not going to. That's why I just chucked your balls. That's why I just chucked the thing of breath savers at your balls.
Ha! It'll be a cold day before Steph can take my balls.
Don't tempt her. She'll try. Do not try her. She'll fight you. Then she'll take her back to England.
Like I said, it'll be a cold day, and we're in Florida, baby. Cold is hard to come by.
You're forgetting that we're actually going to be in the middle of a cold snap. So, you did not time that threat well at all today.
Well, shit.
Yeah, well, shit. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the weather. You used to love the weather report, the Weather Channel.
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Well, I mean, that was when I was a kid, man. And you guys got annoyed by it.
No, you got annoyed by how hyperfixated you get. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be paying attention. All right, let's get to the match.
All right, let's get to the match. Another cool spot is when Takeshita dropped Bryan Danielson on his head, like landing a tombstone pile driver, but then he turned it into a lifting, like a deadlift German suplex, and but was only able to get a 2 count on the American Dragon. Everything comes to a head as both men are spent, and Bryan Danielson finally gets the win after hitting Takeshita with his running knee. And he was able to win. Your winner, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yay! D-Bry wins once again.
Absolutely. Since he's the #1 contender for MJF's AEW World Title at Revolution, this was definitely a good way to help build momentum for for Amdrag, which is my abbreviation for American Dragon. Amdrag. Doesn't it sound cool?
Yeah, but it's just one letter away.
All right, fine. American Dragon. Bryan Danielson.
One letter away from a Jericho meme today.
Oof.
Armdrag.
Oh God. The last thing I want to do is get to that, but Bryan Danielson, it is not an overstatement. It is a fact that he is the best pure wrestler of today, of our modern era of wrestling.
That's never really been a question. It's a matter of what sort of platform will he be given in order to, have himself freaking be able to express himself in the physicality that he wanted to.
Yeah, no, I understand, and I know we knock AEW for all the crap they do, for all the Jerichos, for all the elites, for all the hangmans. At least we get a Bryan Danielson. At least we get a Jon Moxley. At least we get the Acclaimed.
Yeah, there's only Planet Q. I won't say it. Well, oh God, Planet Q Queen. Hi there. I didn't realize you were in the chat with us tonight. Thank you for joining us here. And yeah, I know. Good Lord, hard.
What?
There's only so much redonkulous that I'm willing to put up with in terms of AEW. Yeah, WWE is no stranger to dumb booking.
Very dumb.
But it looks like AEW has nothing but dumb booking, and we have to suffer through that in order to get to the good stuff like Bryan Danielson.
Yep. And speaking of good stuff, now if it weren't for the exciting segment that I'm about to talk to right now, I would have ranked MJF's promo segment as the best segment, because what we're going to talk about next is the return of the former NXT champion, the former leader of the Undisputed Era, from Panama City, Florida, Adam Cole, baby!
Yay!
Adam Cole is back! Adam Cole has been away from AEW since the June pay-per-view event, Japan Super Show event, The Forbidden Door, where Adam Cole suffered a concussion and suffered multiple injuries while wrestling for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. And since then, he's been away. He's been on leave for a very long time. He actually in this promo segment, he actually addressed how hard it was for him to be in recovery for nearly a year, and how he received a lot of fan support, a lot of messages from the fans on social media and in his mail, and how the road to recovery has been very difficult for him physically. How he kept throwing up and he kept getting dizzy anytime he gets up, and when it comes to recovering from injuries, when it comes to recovering from concussions, it's very, very difficult, and depending on the severity of the injuries. So it's not so that's why I take umbrage when people say that wrestling is fake. No, wrestling is not fake. You can get hurt.
There's no faking gravity. There's no faking, like, taking a steel chair to the back. There's no faking concussions. That crap isn't fake. Yes, the movements are practiced and they are predetermined for the matches, but that doesn't freaking mean that they're fake.
Exactly.
Who in the hell thought that thinks that you could still get away with calling pro wrestling fake? I'm gonna smack in the mouth. Bless you. Bless you some more.
Thank you. That's what happens when we talk about people who say wrestling is fake. I sneeze. And
See?
yeah.
Because you're allergic to stupid.
Yeah, I know, right? Ah.
Yeah, it is nice to see that Adam Cole Baby has recovered.
But then he finishes off the promo segment by giving the bad news. Not the bad news for himself or for the fans, but bad news for the entire AEW locker room, because Adam Cole is 100% baby, and he's coming after everybody, and he is going to come after the AEW World Championship.
Oh no! He's putting the whole locker room, all 958,263 dudes, on AEW.
On notice. Plus Danhausen. Hey, man. Hey, you could say all you want about AEW, but it is not. But Adam Cole is also one of the top wrestlers that they have. He's had great matches in NXT. He's had a great rivalry with Kyle O'Reilly, with Finn Balor. And it sucks that he was away for such a long time, and it sucks that Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, that were in AEW for a minute, but then they went up and did their own thing. So, yeah, it's kind of weird seeing Adam Cole without a faction, but at least this will give us a chance to see Adam Cole shine on his own. Without the Undisputed Elite. Without the young...
Undisputed Elite?
Yeah.
Gross.
Well, what would you call them? We can't say Undisputed Era. That's a WWE name.
Didn't they have a name?
Red Dragon?
No.
Oh, I don't know. But I want to see Adam Cole... Yeah, I want to see Adam Cole thrive as a singles competitor. I want to see where this goes, because it's going to be awesome.
Well, only time will tell.
Absolutely. Now, let's get into another match. Now, this other match was not horrible by any means. It was actually serviceable. It was actually a good match. The only thing that made it bad was apparently a lot of fans were expecting the surprise tag partner to be someone else, and they were let down. Let me explain. It's a tag match, playa. The team of the AEW Women's World Champion Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus the former AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Saraya. Last week's segment on AEW Dynamite, Saraya, for a couple of weeks, Saraya was teasing that she was going to have a surprise tag partner to face off Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. In last week's interview segment, she was sat down with Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida, and Saraya was teasing that she was going to tag with one of the best wrestlers in the world, and it looked like she was going to go with Shida, but then she turned around and said, "That's why I picked you, Toni Storm." And Hikaru Shida was just left flabbergasted, "What? Why didn't she pick me?" Without saying anything. Her facial expression says it all. And I'm like, oh, man, you might as well turn Saraya heel, because the fans don't like her. And I hate saying this, because I like Saraya. I like Paige. I like the Knight Rider. God damn it. But that being said, and there was a lot of, buzz on social media from the fans that they thought that the former Sasha Banks, who now goes by Mercedes Moné, she was going to be the surprise tag partner on AEW Dynamite against Saraya, but that never happened. So instead, we got Toni Storm. And the fans were booing because they were let down.
Well, this is what happens when you only feed yourself dirt sheet bullcrap instead of, I don't know, let the bookers book properly. And now, how much you want to bet that this coming week, what's his nuts, Tony Khan is going to try like crazy to book Mercedes Moné into AEW and buy her out. Because he's got so much money to play with.
He's got a lot of money, because I have a lot more money. I'm not going to take this. I don't want to, dude. I'm not going to do that. But folks, you can't see it, but Juan's making a really great facial expression of Tony Khan. But that being said, like I said, this was a good match. Saraya even got to show a little bit more of her graps during the match.
Yeah, and Planet Q Screen over here was saying that it's weird seeing Adam Cole Baby without a belt. It is a little odd. It's a little off-putting. But she's also glad to see that Saraya is doing better.
Absolutely, she is doing better. Like I said, she got a few spots in during the match, including a really awesome running, flipping senton outside of the ring, annihilating the AEW Women's World Champion. Holy crap. Awesome to see Saraya doing better. And during the tag match, Hikaru Shida actually walked down to the ring and she threw in her kendo stick in the middle of the ring, and she didn't even indicate who she's trying to help. Is she trying to help the baby faces or is she trying to help the heels? We do not know. She just threw the stick in the middle of the ring, expecting someone to grab it. But then we get to the finish of the match, as the referee was distracted by Rebel, not Reba, who was at ringside and also causing a bunch of ruckus. Dr. Britt Baker grabbed the kendo stick and whacked Toni Storm in the face, much to the crowd's enjoyment. And then Jamie Hayter hit her finishing move, the Haterade, to get the win. Your winners, the AEW Women's World Champion Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
So, yeah, I guess friggin' hell. You're going to boo Saraya for having a tag partner who isn't Mercedes Moné because Mercedes Moné isn't all elite.
This is actually one of the moments where the blame is not on AEW. This is actually not AEW's fault this time.
Yeah, it's idiot fans' fault for wanting something to happen that was never ever teased. It was never ever meant to be part of the gimmick. It was never ever designed like that. No. This is what happens when you set yourself up for a letdown. No, you don't get any mercy from us. Planet Q is saying maybe she's just throwing the kendo stick in to see who would be smart enough to use it.
I guess maybe, but like at the end of the match, like Hikaru.
What happened to make this stop?
No, Hikaru Shida gave like the best Pikachu gasp face. You know what I'm talking about?
Surprise Pikachu face.
The surprise Pikachu face at the end of the match.
Oh, good God, what did she do?
Oh my goodness. That being said, like I said, it wasn't a bad match. So, in fact, I actually enjoyed it. Saraya got to wrestle more, but it was hindered by the crowd's jeering, like the crowd's rejection of it, because no money. No money.
Well, tough tiggies over here, pal. Mercedes Moné is locked in with New Japan Pro Wrestling. She's not going anywhere stateside anytime soon, and if she is, the coked out dweeb's gonna have to throw out more Moné than he ought to in order to lock in Mercedes Moné.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
Also, Jen Pearson saying that she's round 2 in Battle of the Bed. Pedro tag teamed with the other dog in a king size bed, and they want her spot in the bed. Dude,
Whoa!
They're not big. They're not like gigantic. Because if they are, then like, what the heck? You're gonna have to surrender the bed.
All right.
Sorry.
Now,
I make the rules. I just live by them.
Now let's get to the bad segment of the night. And Juan, you're getting... No. This is the appetizer for Juan's cringe. It is an in-ring segment with the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I hate you and everything you stand for.
Yeah, you say that a lot. So yes, the Jericho Appreciation Society, all of the entire group are all hands on deck as Cool Hand Angelo Parker and Magic Matt Bernard got on the mic, and and Chris Jericho, they all celebrated because the Ricky Starks experiment is over, because they put him away, because last week, even after Ricky Starks beat Chris Jericho in the ring, Jake Hager, the man with the purple hat, power bombed Ricky Starks through the table. Yep, they were all celebrating, and apparently they're also celebrating because the ladies of the Jericho Appreciation Society, Ty Mello and Anna Jay, are going to be competing in a street fight against Ruby Soho and Willow Nightingale tomorrow night on AEW Rampage on TNT.
No. Just no. Also, yeah, Purple Rain much.
Purple Rain.
Making me hate the color purple. Purple's my favorite color.
Actually, in the actual segment, they were all wearing gold. So if it makes you feel better, they were wearing gold, not purple. Actually, no, I take that.
More to the point. Freaking, look at what these guys have. Okay, last week it was Chris Jericho versus Absolute Ricky Starks.
Yes.
Ricky Starks won the match.
Yes.
But the Jericho Appreciation Society stomped in and made the beatdown longer than the freaking match.
Yes.
So what was the point? The point is, Jericho's a goddamn vampire who sucks off the life and heat and credibility and popularity of other wrestlers who managed to get theirs naturally, and he sucks it off because he doesn't want to generate it anymore.
Like, seriously, come on. Hulk Hogan wasn't that bad in
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
NWO.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, he freaking was.
Yeah, you know what? He was worse than Jericho. So.
Yeah, because he suctioned off the heat of an entire company. Did the same with Impact. You don't believe me? I got the freaking screen cap to prove it right here. Yeah, they were wearing gold. Where is it? Where's that goddamn? Yeah. You don't believe me? All you have to do is point on this.
Oh, God.
This could have been the death knell of Impact Wrestling if it wasn't for the fact that Impact Wrestling managed to somehow shake off the stink of Dixie Carter and Hulk Hogan, brother.
I think during that time period,
to survive to the modern day.
I think that during that time period in Impact Wrestling, that was also the death of Hulk Hogan's golden touch when it comes to creative. That being said, let's get back to the segment of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Do we have to?
Yes, because
Why?
they were caught because they were interrupted by Absolute Ricky Starks and Action Andretti.
Wait, what?
Yes, they were interrupted by the duo as Ricky Starks took some shots at Sammy Guevara, basically calling him a sniveling asshole who keeps going back to Jericho every single time. And you know what? He's kind of right.
Right?
Yeah, no, he's 100% right. Sammy Guevara has had no character growth. There's no character development.
What character? Bleh, the freaking goofy face, like, hey, I'm a fuckboy from Instagram on your Snapchat feed.
The modern day X-Pac.
Totally illegitimate. Yeah, exactly. He's a modern day X-Pac.
Yeah, he's getting the X-Pac effect, and that's not a good sign.
No, it is not. By the way, Sean Waltman's going to be at Central Florida Comic Con.
Yeah,
I'm totally going to avoid his goddamn booth if we even go.
And Ricky Starks has challenged Jake Hager one-on-one. I don't know if it's going to be next week or on Rampage, but he basically also ran down Jake Hager and how he said, like, yeah, you're a professional MMA fighter and you got all this cool, like, the creds to your name, but you look like an absolute idiot who can't talk worth a damn, and you keep lisping.
Real quick, Jen Pearson was saying, okay, so they were wearing gold instead. So which one of them had the Midas touch? Planet Q is saying, yes, Hogan was, and he was far worse as a. Vicente Guerrero made it into the chat over here, and he's saying to Planet Q screen, I was thinking the same thing when Sheeta threw the kendo stick to nobody. She was doing a Crow Sting WCW moment. He did that for Lex Luger. The difference is that he Carl Sheeta has 3 out of the 10 star power here.
Ooh.
And Vicente is saying Sammy Guevara's character is I fuck a hot girl and do tons of lucha moves. That is his character.
Oh,
ha!
Well,
and just saying, wait a minute. On the 7th day of marching around Jericho, I think Jericho fell. What the?
This promo segment was not good. This promo segment was not good. I think this promo segment belongs on Rampage.
No, this promo segment belongs on WCW Thunder.
Ooh.
Ha!
All right, Juan. Here we go. The main now we're done with the appetizer, but now we're getting to the main
course.
Main
course? Pray freaking tell.
The final clash. The 7th bout of the best of 7 series for the AEW World Trios title. The Death Triangle, the defending champions, Pac and the Lucha Bros, Penta and Cero Miedo and Rey Fenix defend against the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in an Escalera de la Muerte match.
Just fucking call it a ladder match.
I was expecting more no's from you. I was expecting no.
No. It means no. Why don't they just freaking call it a ladder match? Why are they trying to make it sound more lucha libre than it is?
Because they have luchadors, and that's the only reason they need to justify it.
No. You can have it just call it a ladder match. There's no copyright on calling it a ladder match. There's no reason why not to call it a ladder match. Just freaking call it a ladder match. There's no reason for this season. We already know what's going to happen. Yeah, Juan says no means no. Oh, God. Thank you. Planet Q Screen sounds more like a promo that should be on Saturday Night's Main Event from WCW.
Oh, damn. All right, let's talk about the ladder match. So, as expected, spot monkeys galore. One crazy spot after another crazy spot. The fans of Los Angeles ate up all of it. Good for them.
That's because they're in California. They're in the Young Bucks home turf. It's their stomping ground from...
Oh, yeah, they're the Cucamonga kids, aren't they?
Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Yeah, from Cucamonga, Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Yeah, what's Rancho Cucamonga? Yeah, anyways. So getting back to it, there was a lot of cool spots. I like when the Lucha Bros hit their finishing move, the Fear Factor, on one of the Young Bucks. I like when Penta El Cero Miedo opened up a ladder and smashed Kenny Omega's hand in the ladder. That was pretty awesome.
Should have been his face.
I know, it should have been his face, but it was his hand. And that was his hand. There was another awesome spot during the match where one of the Young Bucks hit a 450 splash and crashed Rey Fenix through the table outside of the ring. And the Lucha Bros also set up a ladder bridge.
Wait a minute, the Bucks can climb ladders? I know. Who would have thought that these Chuckle Bucks who flip around and jump around and do gymnastics and call themselves wrestlers can climb ladders? It's astounding.
It is astounding.
I can't stand them.
One of the Young Bucks also hit a brainbuster on Penta and Cero Miedo onto the ladder. Ouch, that was painful. And then, later on during the match, the Lucha Bros set up a ladder bridge. They bridged the ladder between the ring ropes and another ladder that was already positioned upward, that was already set up correctly. And on that ladder, Penta El Cero Miedo hit one of the Young Bucks with his package pile driver onto the ladder. That was painful. Like, Juan, if you saw it, you would have enjoyed it.
I would. Just the sound of it is enjoyable to me. Planet Q's Queen is making us is offering us a little gift. If I go in March when they're in Sacramento, I promise to boo the Young Bucks for you guys. LOL.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, Planet Q's Queen. That means the world to me.
But now
I'm exhausted by these chuckle fucks.
But now everything comes to a head as Kenny Omega hits the one-winged angel from the ladder bridge onto Rey Fenix in the middle of the ring, and he climbs up the ladder to grab the championship belts. Your winners, and now, two-time AEW World Trios Champions, the Elite. And this is the part where I'm going to disconnect my microphone, and I'm going to let Juan have his 15 minutes of fame with this.
Thank you, Jose.
Did I really freaking think that they're surprising anybody? I swear to fucking God, it's stupid! It's too stupid! Make it stop already! What the hell? I can't stand it!
They literally booked themselves as they're triumphing underdogs. They're defying the odds. They're coming back from the most horrible and egregious thing ever of starting a fight with CM Punk and getting suspended. And they're so downtrodden, and you can't have all elite wrestling without the elite out there coming back. They're such great superheroes. I wonder if they're ever going to have another profit, but they're so triumphant. They're winning it for everyone. They're carrying on all the wayward sons. They're having people go, my fucking God, get it away from me. I'm gonna slap one of those three chuckle fucks right in their stupid ass cock-calling mouths, especially Kenny Oblivious. I don't need to breathe. I oxygenate through rage right now. God dang it. I am sick and tired of that stupid idiot. Fuck, I'm gonna give myself a goddamn heart attack.
I'm gonna send them the bill. Fucking looking like freaking Bret Michael fucking reject wannabe motherfuckers, and Kenny Oblivious can clearly have a match. Like, God almighty. He can have one in Japan, but here in America, he doesn't do proper matches. He fucks around over here, for fuck's sake. I saw the match that he had with Will Ospreay. Why can't he actually wrestle seriously in America? No, apparently not. No. Just fucking no. No means no. God almighty. Shoot me.
I think that needs to be a new T-shirt idea for you, Juan. No means no. But
he sent in saying, I wonder if the Elite would have another backstage shoot and get stripped of their trios titles belt again. I wish. Jen is telling me to breathe. And if we said that, fuck's sake, Juan. Fuck's sake, Juan loves the Bucks and Omega, I hear. Friggity ha, Vicente. Thank you. Oh my God, the Idiots is their new name.
The Idiots.
And Vicente was saying, well, yes, they do jump around and flip lots of times. So the Bucks have said that they rip off Shawn Michaels. Yeah, no.
Oh, please. They got a long... please, they can't lace up Michaels' boots, even at his oldest.
Even at his oldest and most broken down version of Shawn Michaels being active in the ring, they still couldn't lace up his boots on their best day.
That being said, now that I've let Juan get his rant out of the way, do you feel better?
No.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still tired and I'm broke.
This main event was a car crash. There was exciting spots, but the finish was just predictable. And when you have an outcome that's predictable for the Young Bucks to win, there is no fan interest.
No, it's all the fan interest. Don't you want to see how they smile and laugh and giggle their titties off for the Elites? You literally can't have the all elite wrestling without the Elites. Don't you remember the video package? Don't you remember the video saying there's no E in the AEW anymore because the Elite aren't there? Don't you remember?
Oh God, what? Calm down. What? All right, easy. What? I can't. Mi hermano, please.
Don't try to talk Spanish to me. You want to talk Spanish to me? You pay me $20 to talk Spanish to me. Freaking hell. I'm not playing games anymore.
Yeah,
man.
apparently the camera's not either. Okay, let's try to keep our heads together.
Toy with me like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, okay, yeah, their niche audience, their fans.
Cheeky Cam looks like Earthquake Reborn.
Thank you.
Down, Juan, down. Never. I will not back down on this shit. I used to like the Elite. I used to like the Young Bucks. I really did. But no. It took me seeing their fuckery during the Mortal Kombat thing in 2021 to realize what kind of doofuses they really were.
Yeah, that was the tipping point for Walt.
You don't fuck with Mortal Kombat for me. God damn it.
All right.
Someone needs a gummy. I can ask K-Storm if they have a gummy that I can grab. Either that or I just double up my dose of THC Delta 8, which is legal in Florida, and am not telling people to consume any cannabinoid items, but that's what I do to help me sleep.
All right, well, let's get back. All right, let's get back to it.
Thank you, Planet Q's Clean. Yes, I'm throwing out all the slurs.
Let's get back to it. So, yes, as I was trying to say, the match itself was a car crash, and there was a lot of cool spots. The main event finish was painfully predictable. I didn't enjoy it. I'm sure their fans enjoyed it, and good for them if they like for the fans who like the Elite. But for the other viewers who don't like the Elite, case in point, Juan Aew'S and myself, no, I don't want to see that happen. I honestly thought that this was going to be their last hoorah. I honestly thought they were going to move on from AEW since their contracts are set to expire this month in 2023.
Yeah, sure. Like they're gonna lose on a and leave the company on a low note.
Also, does Kenny Omega really need that gold? He's already the IWGP United States champion.
Yeah, he needs all the gold. His little ego won't handle it.
Oh, after all, like when Tony Khan comes knocking for the $80 million that was wasted on AEW Fight Forever, Kenny Omega's going to need to have some collateral on hand.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. They took CM Punk's picture off of the game cover.
Of course they did.
Assholes.
Because they're spiteful little shits. If you sent in the chat, best thing about the match is at least Brandon Cutler got involved a little, better than only walking out with the Elite and spraying air. When is a ladder match not a car crash? Ha.
That
No,
is
you're
true.
not wrong.
All right,
See, Jose's even getting
God,
tired
I hate
of
that.
the Elite.
I hate the Elite. But now let's get to Impact Wrestling. This is their go-home Impact Wrestling show before their pay-per-view event tomorrow night on Friday the 13th. Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill.
Legitimately, tomorrow's Friday the 13th. I can't believe it.
I know.
So weird, isn't it?
Very weird.
Sorry, but the Elite poster looks like the villain alien in the movie Men in Black who flew around attacking Will Smith. Oh God! Oh, the freaking alien dude with the little clones and who's got the
Jara, yeah.
Jara.
Oh my God. I forgot who
that
the
is
actor
ratchet.
Oh,
I
God.
see it, but that is an insult to that CG alien guy.
Right.
Ah!
All right, let's get to the opening
Thank
segment.
you, Jen,
and
for
this
that.
is a I guess it's like a Skype call face-to-face segment between Josh Alexander, the reigning Impact World Champion, versus the number one contender, Bully Ray, multi-time tag team champion for ECW, WCW, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. He's captured all the tag team gold, and he's also a two-time Impact World Champion in his own right.
The only tag belt that he hasn't grabbed that people would point out, oh, he was never an AEW tag champion.
Does he really need
He
it?
doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. And yeah, this segment went just about as well as I thought it would. These guys are pissed at each other, especially Josh Alexander, because Bully Ray is an absolute POS. I am trying to minimize my swearing.
He was such a douche.
He was such a douche. And yeah, no, he basically walked out of the interview segment. Like, it was only 5 minutes long. He walked out of the segment basically saying, like, yeah, at the end of Hard to Kill, he'll become a 3-time Impact World Champion. And it looked like the room where he was talking from, I think that's his stage setup for Busted Open Radio. I could be wrong.
For his podcast?
For his podcast, yeah. Busted Open Radio, where he talks with Tommy Dreamer and Mark Henry. And every now and then, Tony Khan shows up as a guest. Whatever.
You gotta be freaking screwing hell.
Sometimes.
Planet Q Screen, they look like they're trying to imitate Jason David Frank when he was the White Ranger with how the Elite were trying to look.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. They couldn't lace up the Green Ranger's boots.
I'm sorry, but Xavier Woods is a far more convincing White Ranger than the Elite.
Exactly. And Kofi Kingston made an excellent Green Ranger too.
Yes, he did.
We sent in the chat, irony of tomorrow being the Hard to Kill pay-per-view and it's on Friday the 13th. Bully Ray could almost be a stunt double for Jason Voorhees.
Ha! That's a good idea.
Yeah, actually, that would be kind of cool if he came out with the Jason Voorhees like overalls and the hockey mask. He takes it off, and it's Bully Ray, and underneath he's got his he unzips the thing. That would actually be kind of cool.
That would be awesome. All right, now let's get to the exciting match of the night, and this is a one-on-one clash as Speedball Mike Bailey goes one-on-one against Anthony Henry. No, Anthony Green. I'm sorry.
Anthony Henry?
Sorry, I was thinking something else. Anthony Green. Anthony Green is...
Oh! I just realized this guy looks like one of the Young Bucks if they're trying to imitate Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oof.
Ugh.
Ugh. But no, Anthony Green is actually a talented wrestler. He actually wrestled for Evolve before the promotion went under. He also wrestled briefly in the last months of WCW, and he also wrestled for he's currently wrestling for Impact, but he also wrestled for WWE NXT before he was fired during the budget cut era, and he also wrestled a couple of matches on AEW Dark. So he's been around. So
he's been up and around the block,
He's been up and around the block, and he's found his footing. And it looks like for the time being, he's found his footing in Impact Wrestling against Mike Bailey.
Okay, the Speedball, he is clearly on a roll over here. I find it hard to believe that Anthony Green would stand much of a chance against him. But he's been around the block. Even Vicente Guerrero saying saw Anthony Green in the CZW promos and in AEW Dark. And Planet Q Screen saying he looks like a younger Rick Rude.
That's actually a good compliment. Hey, I like Rick Rude. He was one of the greatest WCW United States champions. After all,
Rest his soul.
rest his soul. That being said, you're right. Anthony Green didn't stand a chance because one of these guys is fighting in the fight pit next week, and it's not him. But that doesn't mean the bad match was bad. The match was actually fun, and Anthony Green actually gave Speedball Mike Bailey a run for his money.
Really? How? What was there? Anything noteworthy that I might have?
At the time of this, at the time as I was watching, I was also distracted because I was trying to get everything together, and I was also trying very hard to pay attention with not going into sensory overload. But that being said, Mike Bailey did hold his own. He hit his signature multiple roundhouse kicks, where he does back to back roundhouse kicks with the left and right legs. I thought that was pretty fun.
That's cool.
He then put away Anthony Green with the Gamagiri or spinning roundhouse kick to the turnbuckle before laying him out with his finishing move, the Ultimo Weapon. Your winner, Mike Bailey.
Nerds!
Ultima Weapon.
Yeah.
Thank you for Final Fantasy references.
I know, right? Hey, you don't need to be Kenny Omega to make a Final Fantasy reference, am I right?
Yeah, no. At least Speedball Mike Bailey is a little more subtle with it. Instead of Kenny Oblivious literally dressing up like Sephiroth, and then when you turn around, it's this ganky kooky face. Hey! What the fuck? That was embarrassing.
That's Kenny Omega. That's his thing.
Being embarrassment.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and this is an in-ring segment with the crazy faction called The Design and the Death Machine, Sami Callihan. So, after suffering losses at the hand of The Design, Sami Callihan wants to join them now. He wants to join this crazy cult. And apparently, his sign of initiation is that they have to shave Sami Callihan's head bald.
What?
Yeah.
The friggity diggity fuck? What?
Yeah.
Holy,
and I honestly thought that Sami Callihan was gonna double cross them and actually attack them, but no, they actually went through the segment. They sat him in the middle of the ring. It started with Connor, whatever, taking taking his clippers and actually clipping off a few bits of hair from Sami Callihan before Diener, the leader, grabbed the electric razor and started buzzing, and he was gonna buzz him down, but then Sami Callihan grabbed the buzzer. And there was another moment where it looked like he was going to double cross them, but then he insisted on buzzing his own head instead.
What? Gross.
Yeah, he was trying to go from having hair in the thumbnail picture to this.
What the frick? Yeah, no. What do you call it? Planet Q was talking about Anthony Green saying he was a great heel and always has gave as good as he got in matches. As Rick Rude, my bad. Plus, he had the greatest manager in Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes, he did.
And Vicente saying, as a guy who had long hair for a year, I hated seeing Sami Callihan shave his own head. Well, he could have just signed away his soul with a barbed wire ballpoint pen. He could have just done that, but no, he went the extra mile and he did this to himself. Good grief!
And then afterwards, they gave him a mirror for Sami Callihan to look at himself. Sami Callihan got up on his feet, and it looked like he was going to attack the leader, but instead, he willfully just gave back the mirror and gave back the razor, and he is now part of the faction. As the leader closes off the segment saying, "The Death Machine is dead, and now is the birth of Callihan."
Gross. That is so weird.
Oh my God. This is going to be so weird and such a mind meld to see Sami Callihan out of his Death Machine element as just another cog in the faction machine of The Design.
It is an odd pairing over here, but not out of character. Also, we have someone new in the chat, the Coog97. Hi there, the Coog97. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. He's there saying, wonder how many Stanford talent bolt to Impact after their sale. AEW can't take everyone. You know, Bauer and MLW and Corgan and NWA also licking their chops. 2023 is going to be a wild ride.
That remains to be seen because as of right now, there is no confirmed reports that that WWE has sold themselves to the Saudi Arabian government. as of right now. And also, I've
So
read
far
up
as we
recently
know.
that apparently the report, according to the news sources, that the reports of the sale was false.
Oh, damn well, better be false. I'm going to slap things. If you said this thing, Impact actually copied their own angle also with Sammy. He lost his hair in Impact versus Pentagon years back.
That is true.
You're right. Holy crap.
That is very true.
So what the hell?
That being said,
Everything old is new again.
Yeah, when everything old is new again. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, just ask Hulk Hogan in WCW 1994.
Just,
Yeah, I went there.
Sam will turn on the design eventually in like 5 weeks' time. Well, hopefully they'll stretch that out for a little longer than 5 weeks.
Hopefully so, but let's see where this goes. But now let's get to the match of the night. And this was actually the first match after the face-to-face Skype call segment with Josh Alexander, Bully Ray. It's the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, going one-on-one against Heath Jobber.
Holy crap. Oh, and the Coog was over here saying, thanks, keep us posted. Actually, the Coog, if you'd like, you can tune in this Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our episode of the Ravens vlog.
We will be discussing all the shenanigans happening with WWE, not just the sale, but also Vince McMahon once again getting into another legal battle. Oh, boy.
Along with plenty more news in the world of nerd culture, so be sure to tune in. Jen's like, well, it definitely depends on how long it takes for Sammy Callahan to grow his hair back. Oh, hot Rebel Heath. What the hell is this with Rebel Heath? What is he rebelling against? Winning?
But he's
doing a great job rebelling against winning. Heath Jobber is doing such a good job. And yes, and Planet Q's Queen, that is Heath Jobber. He looks good and he's got kids. Yes, he does, and he's still a jobber. That's Heath Jobber there.
I know,
From 3MJs there.
Heath Slater jumps around from faction to faction, from the Nexus to the Core to 3MB to the Social Outcasts to tag teaming with Rhino in WWE to tag teaming with Rhino in Impact. Wow. Just wow.
And he still can't get any sort of singles title.
Nope.
Why?
Because why? Because tag team specialist, that's why.
No. You've got to have some sort of singles win.
That being said, this was a good match. I wasn't really much invested into it because while Matt Cardona and Rhino, they're presented in a popularity level up here because of their status, especially Matt Cardona, since he's had an awesome 2021 year and 2022 year. Brian Myers and Heath Slater have always been presented in this level, down here.
Where?
At the bottom.
Joseph.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
There.
So, yeah. Matt Cardona and Rhino's popularity level up here. Brian Myers and Heath Slater down here. And it's because of how they're presented.
Jen is saying Jen Pearson is saying so he's a jumper or maybe a player. More that he's a team player. He's
a solid hand to have in wrestling.
Yeah, Heath Jobber's a solid hand to have. But there's only so much that being solid can grant you without trying to convert that into singles competition, into winning singles matches and singles championships. And that's not something that I've ever seen Heath Jobber ever properly do.
Yeah, you're right, but in this match, it actually was okay. It's like the excitement did pick up a little bit when the referee ejected Matt Cardona from ringside, and Brian Myers to fend for himself.
Not my boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Juan. Your boy got ejected. Your boy got thrown out. Brian Myers was left to fend for himself as he hit Heath Slater with a surprise spear, only getting a 2 count. Heath Slater was able to mount a comeback, and he finishes off the most professional wrestler with his finishing move, the wake-up call, to pin and win. Your winner, Heath Jobber. Heath Slater.
Well, shit.
I know, right? Everyone's a blind squirrel. What's it? Broken clock, blind squirrel. I don't know. Pick one.
Yeah. Oh, ha ha ha. Thank you, Planet Q. She's saying, bye, Zach. LOL. You got ejected. God dang it.
I liked the jobber stable of 3MB. I thought they were entertaining as hell. Okay.
Also, Planet Q Screen saying, I like Heath. I just wish they would put a singles belt on him and show some faith in him. That's what I'm thinking too. If he's this as adamant as he's clearly an excellent wrestler in terms of being an excellent workhorse, an excellent mid-card guy, give him a mid-card belt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he like? Do you think he would ever actually see himself as like digital media champion or X Division champion at all?
I would see him as digital media champion at the very least.
Well, he's got kids. I mean,
He's got kids. Come on, man.
Oh,
That being
Lordy
said, folks,
Almighty.
if you've ever watched WWE in the 2010s, let me know, which was your favorite stable that Heath Slater was part of, 3MB or Social Outcasts? I
or
wanna
the
know.
core.
Or the core.
Or the Nexus.
Or the Nexus. Tell me.
Vicente in the chat, if Matt Cardona is going to WWE with Chelsea Green, I could see him getting buried by Impact, but Brian Myers is looking better in singles or leading guys like Sam Beal and VSK.
Yeah, he already did that song and dance, though. But so what's the point in going back to it? But now, here's the thing. There were no bad segments on Impact Wrestling. For a go-home show, before their pay-per-view event, all their segments were actually pretty good. Everything was firing, everything in creative was firing all cylinders for all the promo segments. So, yeah, nothing embarrassing. They didn't do anything embarrassing. They didn't do anything boring in any of the promo segments or backstage segments. Everything was actually working to a T. Good for them.
Well, shit.
Once again, blind squirrel, broken clock. Pick one.
How about that?
Yeah, I know, right? All right, but let's get to the main event. And this was crazy. It's a 6-man tag team match, player.
Holla, holla, holla,
The
holla,
team of Moose,
Steve
Macklin,
Macklin.
and Eddie Edwards versus the team of Rich Swann, Jonathan Gresham, and the Impact Digital Media Champion himself.
Joe
Say his name and he will appear. I believe in Joe Hendry.
No. What the hell?
Fun fact, he actually writes his own songs.
No wonder it's so dopey. The Coog 96 saying, damn, 2010, I'm OG. I remember the World Wrestling Federation in the 1980s along with the territories. Yeah, no, we were like late 80s, 90s babies over here with us.
More mid-90s between the two, you and me.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't get into wrestling, honestly, until like, what, 1993, 1994?
Yeah, we were babies is what I was saying.
Yeah.
And Planet Q screen, he would be better than Austin Theory as U.S. champion. Right?
Oh!
Imagine it. Imagine freaking Heath Jobber jobbing his way up over into WWE as a surprise freaking appearance, and like imagine Austin Theory being like on the pay-per-view show, like, I'll take any challenger who I've never fought before. I'll take him on and I'll put my U.S. title on the line. And Heath Jobber, Heath Slater, Heath Jobberton takes the U.S. Championship from Austin Theory.
Dude.
Wouldn't that be hysterical?
Now, let's not knock on Austin Theory. He's actually having a great run with the U.S. title.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. I'm saying, like, that would be hysterical.
That would be
hilarious.
That would be funny.
And Planet Q Screen says Heath was better in 3MB with Jobber Mahal and Drew McInjobber.
Oh!
He said to say, for factions with Heath, I like both Nexus and the Core. Nexus was better. Even Drew, Jinder, and Heath would tell the Raiders, fuck 3MB. I hated being a part of it. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but the 3MB were entertaining.
Let's see. The Coog 97 saying, I first started watching Lucha Libre in the EMLL, now the CMLL, in the mid-1970s as a kid.
Oh,
Holy
nice.
crap.
That's
Dang.
pretty good. Nice.
Awesome,
Good range
man.
on you,
You
man.
got some serious cred over us.
All right, so there was
Thank
way too many spots to call on this match because there are 6 guys in the ring. I will call some really cool moments here where Jonathan Gresham and Moose had a stare down. I sometimes forget that Jonathan Gresham is short as hell.
Yeah, no, Jonathan Gresham's a miniature dude. I keep forgetting, but then again, all I have to do is look at all the Instagrams that Jordan Grace puts up with her and her man, Jonathan Gresham, and they're the exact same size. And she's not necessarily, a towering Amazon.
She's like, what, a half inch taller?
You'll be pardoned in believing that from her physique. But still, the point is, good grief, this guy.
Yeah, I know,
Miniature.
right?
And Coog saying, I would love to chat wrestling history with you guys.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
definitely. I would love to do that as well.
Yeah,
But-
we can work on something like that in the future
Yeah.
sometime. Who knows?
But that being said, everyone got their spots in, moment after moment. They got their shit in. Everyone hit their finishing move, but it was Moose who hit the final nail on the big L for the babyface team as he speared the Impact Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry to secure the win. Your winners, Moose, Macklin, and Eddie Edwards.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, of
Moose
course, Moose, the gigantic freaking dude, Eddie Edwards, wasn't he part of the
Honor No More. He was the leader of Honor No
he
More, but now
was,
they're
and-
dissolved. Now they're gone.
Yeah, no, is 5. Good grief, you're right. She is taller than him. Oh, Jordan Grace is taller than Jonathan Gresham.
Oh,
she's,
shoot. I was guessing. Damn.
And Coog is over here saying that they used to love El Santo, Blue Demon, Mil Máscaras. They were childhood heroes. The 3 gods of Mexican lucha libre.
Nice. Very good. I like that. As far as luchadors go, like our favorite luchador
And
legends.
Coog just subscribed. Yes.
Yay!
Thank you. Welcome.
Our favorite luchador legends would have to be Eddie Guerrero, hands down, right, Juan?
Hell yeah.
Hands down. Who's currently wrestling right now? Rey Mysterio. At least he's my favorite.
Yeah, no, of course. Like I used to love Eddie. I used to love let's see what was his name?
Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon. Thank you.
Juventud Guerrera. He was a great
I was trying to
luchador.
say and I like seeing Jushin Thunder Liger in action.
Yeah, he's a great Japanese wrestler.
Does he count as a luchador even though he's Japanese?
Kind of, sort of.
Kinda?
Maybe, yeah.
Like that's
Psychosis was great.
Yeah, Psychosis was great over here, and La
Parca, oh my gosh, yes, the original chairman of WCW. So at least you know where Sean Spears got his inspiration from.
Right, La Parca and Dr. Wagner Jr. La Parca is one of my favorite. The chairman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, but let's go ahead and recap. So, Impact Wrestling, this week's show was great as the final show before their pay-per-view event. The opening segment was awesome. With the Skype call, the main event 6-man tag was also pretty fun to watch as every wrestler got a chance to shine. I also liked a couple of matches that were in the middle. There was a good women's match between Rosemary versus Savannah Evans. The first match between Heath and Brian Myers didn't really get me, but Mike Bailey had a great, amazing physical bout against Anthony Green, and I thought that was awesome. And everything with Impact Wrestling for now seems to be running on all cylinders. AEW.
I'm just glad that Impact is putting their best foot forward before their first big pay-per-view event of the year. And yeah, Hard to Kill. It's got a lot of things going. You have the last rodeo going on.
Absolutely.
Of Mickey James going against Jordan Grace for the Knockouts World Title.
Yes.
It's title versus career.
Title versus career.
This is it.
Yeah.
If Mickey loses, she's done forever, and that's like horrible for us, man.
I know. But at last, the sun rises for the younger generation, and the sun sets for the old. That being said, AEW Dynamite was also pretty fun. The Takeshita versus Bryan Danielson was the exciting match of the night. I also enjoyed the opening bout between Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley. What's up?
Sorry, I was double checking the stuff on the chat over here. Vicente was putting up a quote of CM Punk like, I thought I was a good wrestler, and then I got in the ring with Eddie Guerrero, and boy, oh boy, did I suck. He also mentioned, I remember that from his Best in the World documentary. And Vicente Guerrero also says, Rosemary has such a great look and always decent in the ring. She has very few bad matches. And saying, love that you guys respect Lucha Libre Mexico. A lot of streams hate on it. I don't understand why.
They're
it's
idiots.
part of professional wrestling history. There's nothing wrong with Lucha Libre. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
For crying out loud.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna add that to my list of content here. I'm gonna talk more Lucha Libre AAA matches whenever the opportunity comes around. But let's continue on. So AEW Dynamite was fun. A lot of their matches were great. It sucks that the women's tag team match was completely overshadowed by the fans booing because they were expecting Mercedes Moné to make a surprise appearance on Dynamite. But sucks for the fans, I guess. MJF's promo segment against the celebrities that were in attendance, that was hilarious. And I'm happy to see Adam Cole, baby, back in the ring, and I hope he shines again. The main event, I can easily cut away and never watch it because screw the Young Bucks, screw a little bit on Kenny Omega.
Hey, be careful. You might take that as an invitation.
Oh, God.
But I'm Tish.
I think you're more mad at Matt Jackson. He's the guy that started the Mortal Kombat.
I'm mad at the bunch of them. Once the mask dropped with Matt Jackson, I couldn't ignore the buffoonery between Matt and Nick Jackson, and then I'm seeing, Kenny Oblivious being, bell collector, the most incredible professional wrestling artist in all of professional wrestling, the most greatest performer in all time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, ASMR with Kenny Oblivious in your ear.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All
I choose life.
Right. Anyways, getting back to it. This week's edition of NXT's New Year's Evil was also awesome. The opening match between Dijak and Tony D'Angelo. Great storytelling with Stax, with Channing Lorenzo taking a bullet for Tony D. The main event battle royal was the finish was pretty damn good. A triple threat match for the NXT Women's title. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I bet you it's going to lead to both Toxic Attraction losing, and Gigi Dolan is going to be the one to turn on JC Jane and shine as a single star. A bank on it.
What the hell is that? A bank on it. What the hell is that?
Because it's going to happen, and I'm calling it right now.
So that's your prediction for Vengeance Day is what's her face? Gigi Dolan winning the NXT Women's Championship?
No, Gigi Dolan turning on her friend, not winning the title, but if they lose,
turning on JC Jane,
turning on JC Jane, and
so JC Jane is gonna get Marty Jannetty'd. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Ouch.
Yes.
Ow.
Get mean. Let's get. You know what? I take it back. Let's not get Triple H mean. Let's get Shawn Michaels mean.
Like mid-90s Shawn Michaels mean.
Yes.
Gross. It's so mean.
Also, wow. The NXT Championship match was also fun. If it weren't it would have been great if it weren't for the ring malfunction.
That was such a freak occurrence, but you can't really blame the wrestlers for that. And that the folks who set up the rings, they are trained 100% of the time to set it up in this specific way every single time. It can't really blame them for screwing up.
This is no doubt. This is no doubt an isolated incident. This is no doubt an isolated incident, and I think the rematch set and inside a steel cage for Vengeance Day was WWE's way of calling an audible because of what happened.
Yeah, they're like, okay, yeah, we kind of screwed up. Let's go ahead and have this match set properly because this was not supposed to happen at all. No way.
All right, so couple of announcements before we conclude this program. So on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, I will be covering the main event of Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill, with Josh Alexander defending the Impact World Championship against Bully Ray in a Full Metal Mayhem match.
Please tell me you'll also cover the last rodeo match. Please, please, please.
You know what? Yes.
Yes, please. Okay. I'm sorry. I love Mickie James to death. She is incredibly hot, and she's given so much to the to women's wrestling.
Actually, you know what?
She deserves.
I wouldn't be surprised if that match is actually going to be the main event.
That is worth being the main event.
Yes,
that
indeed.
is worthy being the main event. I actually also have to cover the chat real quick. I like Lucha Libre and all styles, motherfuckers, as part of wrestling from Vicente Guerrero. Always great to see Adam Cole or anyone coming back from concussions and be okay. The Coug, EMLL, started in 1933, long before there were any U.S. promotions. Even Japanese fans loved and embraced Lucha style. Toxic Attraction breaks apart even more. How great. I mean, WWE is so great at keeping lots of tag teams together. Jen, I'm trying to remember where the Coliseum in Houston. I don't know where it is either.
I don't know where it is either.
And the ring never breaks in NXT. LOLs from Planet Q Screen. And predictions for guest appearances for the Royal Rumble this year. Any prediction, Jose?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Well, here's the thing. So for the 2023 Royal Rumble, Shane McMahon. No, not Shane McMahon. No, not
Shane McMahon got paid like $800,000 for that one appearance in the Royal Rumble. That is criminally disgusting.
Actually, you know what? I do have one or two predictions. I predict that Booker T will make a special appearance in the Royal Rumble because
Booker T is gonna just jump into the ring from the commentary and say, "Oh my goodness, yo dog!"
Or he's gonna get it.
I'm gonna take my chance at the Royal Rumble, dog.
Or he's gonna get in his ring, or he's gonna get in his ring gear and actually go to work.
No, I'm thinking that he's gonna jump in from the commentary table if he does that, and he'll have his ring gear on underneath.
they'll play his music. Oh yeah, it's my time, man. I'm going on in this dog. And he'll freaking take off his jacket and all that. He'll have his trunks, and he'll just have to put his gloves on.
Yeah.
Because Booker T's got those. What kind of gloves are those?
I don't know. Let's not focus on the specifics.
Well, okay, that's one prediction. Booker T.
All
Okay,
right.
let me see. The last time I saw a ring break was Saturday morning show, late 90s. Ow.
Let's not waste too much time. We're going a
Joker
little over
dog.
midnight, and we got to go to bed.
Yeah, for real. Love Mickey James to death. Up next, Juan versus Nick Aldis.
Yeah, no offense, Juan. I'm sorry, Juan, but my
I don't
smart
stand a chance with
no
Nick
offense,
Aldis.
Juan, but my smart money is against you.
That's a safe bet. I would just say, like, listen, man, I try to respectfully simp on your wife because, you know, like, I loved her like crazy as a teenage dude, boy, guy,
Right.
like, thirsting on a lady.
All
so
right.
what can I do?
All right. So anyway, getting back to the announcements, and of course, just a reminder, folks, there will be no edition of Los Amigos Play this Saturday, but we will have our main program, The Ravens Flock, this Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, where the motley crew of nerds, myself, Angel Mendez, and Juan Arouse, we will gather together and talk about with you on the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a busy week or a slow week, there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to discuss it with each and every one of you. Also, well, I hope you guys join us this Sunday at January 15th for our first subathon for the year of 2023. The Ravens Flock presents to you Fast, Six, Furious.
I still can't with this. Yes, I'm spamming the link to this subathon, folks, because we're going to be playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and we're counting on you, fine folks, subscribers of the Ravens Flock, to spread the word. We're going to be driving for fun, for family, for profit, and for your entertainment. We're going to fire up the old Nintendo Switch. We're going to destroy our friendship some more, and we're going to do this for kicks and giggles.
Especially with the new courses that have been unlocked as of lately. Like, Nintendo has been putting out a lot of content, and they've added new race courses for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe before the year was over. Now, mind you, remember, this is a subathon exclusively on YouTube, which means our goal is to raise our number of subscribers up. We must trend upward, not downward, upward.
We must move forward, not backward, upward, not forward, and always twirling towards freedom.
Exactly.
I've almost beaten Pac-Man 3D after 20 years. Holy crap, Planet Q.
That's
Yo,
awesome.
if you could do it, then hell yeah.
And
But
we hope
please,
you guys
folks,
join us Sunday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Our start time will be 1 p.m. Eastern, so we hope to see you there.
yeah, for real, folks, do us a favor. Once we're done over here, click on or click on the tab over here. Click on the link. Click on the notify me for Sunday, and share the hell out of that subathon stream. We're gonna play until the cows come home.
Yes, indeed. Now, with that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Do I have to? I know we're running a little long, but we had a problem, you know. With
I want to go to bed,
I want to go.
and
to
I think I'm already spending hearing your rant against the elite,
okay.
as entertaining as it was.
Okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Just step into the ring for the review live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
And Panic Q's Queen says they just shared the link on her Twitter for us, boys.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm Jose Casabona. That was Juan the Arouse.
Juan the Arouse.
I know. Sorry, that was Juan Arouse. And go fuck yourselves, Elite.